Okay, so today we're going to focus on some digestion moves amongst others, and nice relaxing set of moves to set us up for the day or relax afterwards. So feet shoulder width and parallel, and keep the arms away from the torso. Have a flex in your knees and keep the crown of the head high and tuck your chin in. And we'll just do a minute of standing to align our structure, our physical body, so we can relax the muscles around it. Very effective way of relaxing and grounding yourself, and also for energy. Promotes the flow of energy around the body, particularly as we keep the arms away from the torso. So imagine you've got a small ball under each armpit. Gives more space to the lungs. And if you stay in this position for 20 minutes or so, you'll get the full benefits. You'll find your pulse rate increasing, and all that extra oxygen you're intaking gets pumped around the internal organs. Said to reverse the aging process. Certainly very energizing and relaxing. Nice deep abdominal breathing, expanding the lower abdomen on the in-breath and gently contracting it on the out-breath. Okay, so we'll go into calming the mind next. So knees flexed, and as you extend the legs, bring your arms up to horizontal. And then gently back down with the arms as you flex your knees. So a very relaxing and centering move, primarily focused on the liver and gallbladder, but you'll find when they get imbalanced, they very quickly spread the imbalance to other parts of the body, namely your digestion and the spleen. So always a good idea to include some liver gallbladder balancing move in your practice. And very effective way to reduce stress. And you can utilize that vertical axis from the standing exercise very effectively when you're doing this move. Imagine you're sitting on the edge of a high stool as you move up and down, or as you move back down. Focus on the movement of the arms coming from the sockets and the shoulder blades. And come back to center. So now you're trustingly feeling a little bit more settled and calm. We're going to do a good move for your spleen and your stomach now. So if you start with your left hand below and right hand above, I'll do the mirror image. This is called single hand raised. So the lower hand comes up initially, palm turns to face the ceiling, and the fingers are pointing to your right. The other hand drops down, hand fans out in the same direction, and we turn the head to join both the hands. And then if we bring the hands back together with the upper hand coming to the top of the ball, or imaginary ball. And then repeat the process, upper palm facing the ceiling, lower palm facing the floor, but we fan the hand out and turn the head in the same direction. Then we're going to come back to center. So if you're not familiar with the move, break it down into parts. But the upper palm is going to face the ceiling, the lower palm the floor, all fingers pointing the same direction along with the head. Coming back to center. And as you get more familiar with the parts of the movement, start joining them together and extending both arms at once, turning the head simultaneously, and use the opportunity to get some flex in your wrists. And then you can start to incorporate an extension of the legs with the extension of the arms. And then the flexing of the knees as you come back to the start position. Breathing in on the extension and exhaling as you come back to the start. So you're really going to get into the stomach and spleen channels doing this one. Spleen channel comes up the side of the body towards the armpit, and you're going to get a nice stretch and stimulation through that area on the extension. And digestion, the spleen and the stomach closely connected with our thoughts and thinking, and the ability for us to focus our thoughts, to focus our intention. So when we can't accept life and we get stressed, you'll find your digestion suffers very quickly. And remember, your digestion loves warmth. Think of the digestive system as a little fire with a nice pot belly on top of it. And you need to nurture that fire. It doesn't want to be too bright, and you don't want to let the coals go out. So warm liquids, some warm water in the morning is particularly good for your digestion. You don't really want iced drinks when you're eating. One more repetition to the opposite side. And come back to center. Very good. Next one, excellent move to remember if you're traveling. So you want the arms bent, palms facing upwards. And if you raise your right hand to shoulder height, palm upwards, and then rotate your hips and extend the arm across the body, flexing the wrist. Then bring that hand back to hip height, raise the opposite hand, and extend across the body. We can strengthen the move by keeping the thumb away from the index finger, and that gets into large intestine 4, one of the most used acupoints on the body, which is in the webbing of the hand between the thumb and index finger. Not a point to overstimulate in times of pregnancy, or certainly advanced pregnancy. as it gets too much energy moving in the lower abdominal area. But excellent if you're feeling a bit off, you've eaten something that doesn't agree with you. I often say to visitors to Cornwall, if you've had a large Cornish pasty, too much pastry, try this one. And this one's called pushing palms. So you're looking to exhale on the extension of the arm and inhale as you draw the hand back to hip height. Couple of breathing options for this one. You can exhale through the mouth and inhale through the nose, or just keep the breathing through the nose if you wish. I generally go for breathing out through the mouth and in through the nose. Remember your vertical axis, so we're still rotating around our centre. Don't want to overextend the arm and prejudice ourselves in a particular direction or lean forward. Keep revolving around the middle. And if we come back to centre. So we're going to complement that move with lifting the ball, which is another very good spleen move. So the Chinese, to say bad tempered, they say bad spleen energy. So when it gets imbalanced, you tend to get grumpy. So another good reason to keep it happy. So to start with, you're going to raise your right arm across the body, palm upwards. Rotate the hips to give the shoulders their direction. So we're keeping the shoulders aligned with the hips, and then bring the arm down as we come back to the start. And then the opposite arm. Flex knees initially, and then extend the legs as you extend the arm. Keep relaxed with the movement, particularly in the shoulders. So we want to keep the shoulders connected down through the feet into the ground, and just focus on the sockets and not by simply using the muscles. The arm movement's going to feel a little restricted, but you're going to feel more connection down into the feet. Breathing in as the arm comes up and exhaling as the arm comes down. One more repetition on each side. And back to centre. So we're going to do the fountain next, more geared towards the kidneys, but a very pleasant move. So your knees are flexed, backs of the hands facing each other. And as we extend, we're bringing the hands up the centre line and then opening them out, circling the arms back down to the start position. Breathing in as you come up, out as you come down. Remember, soft limits, only flex downwards as far as comfortable. And keep the movement synchronized with your breath. Expanding the lower abdomen as you breathe in, coming up. And contracting it as you exhale, coming down. One more. And back to centre. And we'll finish with the Earth Mudra. So both palms facing up, one hand on top of the other, knees flexed. Drop the lower hand, then circle the arm up and bring the heel of the hand down into the palm of the waiting hand. Swap hand positions, drop the other hand down. So any relaxing move is going to benefit the digestion. When we get stressed, the energy of the body goes to the exterior and it's there looking for exterior threats. It's a natural physical response, and that energy waiting on the exterior is taken from your natural healing processes and your digestive system. So you're less likely and easily able to absorb nutrients and food. So not a good idea to eat on the fly, on the go. Much better to sit and relax for a few minutes and actually focus on the process. As a general rule. And remember, warm liquids to support the digestive system and process, not ice cold drinks. And back to centre. Okay, there we go.